How's it going, everybody? I was just out here cleaning up some stuff out of my boat after some weekend trips, and I saw a drop shot rig laying on the floor, and it kind of stood out to me because I noticed that the rig was something that I do a lot, but I never see anybody else really doing or recommending or talking about. Not really sure why. It's probably a new thing for a lot of guys. All it is just a little bit of a revisement in your rigging. So go ahead and show you guys what I like to do here a lot of times. And this rig's really good when you're drop shotting a lake, maybe like Shasta, for example, where there's a lot of rock and gravel. You're not worried about snagging your worm so much. But it's also nice because on Shasta, when the lake's full, there's a lot of trees and willows and things like that in the water. So this is a nice rig to be able to utilize, just to be able to, you're going down the bank, open water fishing a drop shot, and then you can go across a piece of cover and still be able to pitch into that cover and pull a fish out without snagging up your bait. So this is your typical drop shot rig, skinny bear drop shot hook and just a regular drop shot weight. I tied it up just for this example, standard. There's your regular nose hooked drop shot worm. This is just a 4.5 inch robo worm curly tail. And what you're going to do for this rig is just take off your regular nose hook. That's why it's nice. You can be drop shotting standard drop shot type bank, open water, not worried about snagging. Whip your bait back up into your hand, unrig it, and then come in a little bit farther back into your worm. Measure your barb to your bend, come through just like that, and expose it. And what that's going to do is give you a fully weedless drop shot rig. It's not going to be super great for, constant cover fishing. Like I said, it's something I like to do a lot when I just need a couple casts into some cover, and almost always I can get away with making a couple casts without snagging this rig up, which is really nice. The only other thing I want to caution you guys with this rig is how you set the hook. I see people sometimes drop shotting and they set the hook very hard and sharp. I'm not into that at all. I'm more of a pressure bite type of hook set, where my rod's going to load up a little bit and I like to evenly pull into the fish with some nothing crazy forceful, but definitely some solid pressure. Pull into the fish and get up to about 10 o'clock and then come up to 12, with a little bit more force. And what that's going to do is if your worm balls up on the hook, you're going to have a constant pressure pushing that hook through your worm, and finally when you get up to that higher arc of your hook set, you're going to be able to power that hook through and get that fish hooked. So it's a really good rig, super simple, nothing crazy. All you have to do is hook your worm a little differently and you'll be able to pitch into cover without retying, changing hooks and stuff like that. So hopefully it helped you guys a little bit this week. Real standard tip. I like drop shot fishing. It's kind of funny because a couple of my favorite things are like, drop shotting and then jigs and swim baits. Big baits and a little tiny bait. I think it's fun. I think you can catch big fish. Kind of like a West Coast type tactic, I guess. And it's just something that I like to do and I've learned a little bit about. So hopefully it helped you guys this week. Stay tuned for next week, and good luck out on the water. Thanks.